I can't stand the way she looks at me, the way that everyone looks at me.
No one's looking at you.
Please.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Grey's Anatomy cast feuds and drama.
I can't, Meredith, okay? I can't be here. Please. Please try to understand. I have to start over. I need to start over, okay?
For this list, we'll be counting down our picks for the most explosive off-screen fights, arguments, or instances of drama that have been reported from behind the scenes of the hit medical drama. Do you remember these disputes? Let us know what you think of them in the comments below. Number 10, Ellen Pompeo vs. Katherine Heigl. The cast of Grey's Anatomy practically became famous overnight. One of the show's stars was Katherine Heigl, who then found further success in movies like Knocked Up and 27 Dresses.
Oh, good God. What, you kept them all? You have a whole closet full. Why?
I have a lot of friends and I like to keep them.
She ended up leaving the show in 2010. While she had more success that same year with Life as We Know It, it was essentially her last hit film.
Oh my God, the only way you can make this up to me is if you promise I never have to see him again.
The show's biggest name, Ellen Pompeo, once used that to toss some shade at her ex-castmate. The actress said she understood why Katherine would choose the millions of film dollars, but said she shouldn't have renewed her contract to begin with. According to Pompeo, Heigl re-upped, took a big raise, and then tried to get off the show, and then her movie career did not take off.
This is your home.
No, it's not. Not anymore. It's just a place I worked and I can do that anywhere.
Number 9, Katherine Heigl vs. Isaiah Washington.
I can't change that narrative, but what I can do is upset the absolutes about who I am as a human being.
In 2007, Isaiah Washington came under fire for allegedly uttering a homophobic slur on the Grey set, and it seems he used the derogatory term to refer to T.R. Knight, better known to fans of the show as Dr. George O'Malley. Heigl and Knight were close friends, and even though Washington apologized, she wasn't buying any of it.
We're not fine.
Instead, she commented that he needs to just not speak in public. Shortly after the incident, the man who had brought Dr. Burke to life was largely written off the show.
I don't want you to work for me. I want you to take over for me.
I made it through the wilderness.
I'm leaving.
But although he was gone, the actor never forgot the incident. In 2020, he tweeted about Heigl's old comments, saying, "I will never stop exercising my free speech." Number 8, Brooke Smith vs. ABC executives. These days, it's hard to imagine an actor getting kicked off a show because their character was part of the LGBTQ+ community. But many people believe that's what happened to Brooke Smith in 2008. She played Dr. Erica Hahn, a character who began dating Dr. Callie Torres. The duo even earned the ship name Calica.
I wanted to say.
According to sources at the time, executives at ABC weren't fans of the character and weren't comfortable with how blunt the relationship was getting.
My whole life, my whole adult life, I have been with men. And it always felt, fine, good, but I never.
It's been claimed that Shonda had no real say in the matter, though she stated that the character's sexuality had nothing to do with her departure. Sadly, Hahn didn't even get a proper send-off, and none of us got any real closure.
I can't believe I didn't know this.
Erica, Chief is right.
No, you. I don't know you at all.
Number 7, Eric Dane versus Shonda Rhimes. We all remember Donald Trump's Access Hollywood tape, and when that vile clip was released, Grey's creator, Shonda Rhimes, spoke out. Namely, she took issue with men using the fact that they have wives and daughters to denounce his words. Instead, she felt they should do so simply because it's wrong, without any caveats. That seems pretty valid to us. Yet Eric Dane, who had left the show years earlier, became McBitter, seemingly slamming both Trump and his former boss on Twitter.
What the hell was that?
That was Mark.
The man behind McSteamy later elaborated, tweeting that he loves Shonda and was just trying to condemn Trump. We have to say, we're still a little confused.
It's because behind this rugged and confident exterior, I'm self-destructive and self-loathing to an almost pathological degree.
Number 6, Kate Walsh versus everyone. When a show is as big as Grey's Anatomy, the odds of a spin-off are pretty high, and it only took a couple of years for us to get Private Practice. The show spun off Kate Walsh's character, Dr. Addison Montgomery, and sent her from Seattle Grace to a private medical practice in LA.
If I hadn't been here today, if you'd had someone else, that girl would have died delivering her baby. I saved her life. I saved your asses. I'm a world-class neonatal surgeon. And I'm here to stay.
Maybe you'd think that her castmates were happy for her, yet apparently they were jealous and felt that they should have been the ones getting this recognition.
No, don't cry. Don't cry, please, don't cry, please.
Even Ellen Pompeo was reportedly PO'd that she didn't get a say in the matter, considering she's such a big part of the series. But there seems to be no lasting ill will, as Walsh recently reprised her role on Grey's.
Nice to meet everyone. I'm Dr. Addison Montgomery. And you must be the group that's been screwing up the program.
Number 5, Ellen Pompeo versus former cast members. According to Ellen Pompeo, the way a character leaves the show is directly related to the type of person the actor who plays them is. She made the claim back in 2018 when discussing Dr. Arizona Robbins and Dr. April Kepner's last episodes, which were imminent at the time.
This is really very sweet of you. But you don't have to sit here with me.
I don't mind.
The two characters were played by Jessica Capshaw and Sarah Drew, respectively. Pompeo confirmed that their exits wouldn't be tragic, saying, "You only get killed off when your behaviour is bad. If you're a nice actor, you die nice." She then referenced how Sandra Oh got a touching, non-horrific send-off.
You're my person. I need you alive. You make me brave. Okay. Now we dance it out.
She didn't say it, but we can all think of a pretty dreadful character death that's taking on a whole new meaning now.
Do we ship him off to a long-term care facility and cross our fingers and hope for fairy tales and magic? Or do I pull the plug?
Number 4, T.R. Knight versus Shonda Rhimes. The incident that led to T.R. Knight being somewhat forced out of the closet is one we'll get to soon. However, according to the actor, the time immediately preceding his public coming out was fraught.
I think people want to see real life on television. They want to. They don't. For so many decades, since the beginning, it hasn't been an accurate representation of real life.
In fact, he claims that Shonda Rhimes was one of the people who wasn't quite on board. But according to her, that's not how it went down at all. Rhimes claims that she told Knight they would support whatever choice he made.
I think that love is universal. And I think that in telling everybody, I'm telling LGBT stories, I'm telling everyone's story. Love is in fact universal, right?
And when he told them he was going to do it, Shonda says she was extremely proud of his decision. Sadly, we may never know the full story here.
Do you regret it?
Does that matter?
Number 3, Ellen Pompeo versus everyone. Ellen Pompeo has appeared on our list multiple times now, and she always seems to be the one throwing shade.
For a good number of years, I would say the first 10 years, we had serious culture issues. Very bad behavior, really toxic work environment.
Still, she remains above the fray, in her mind at least. As further proof, Pompeo called out all the fighting in 2013, but removed herself from it. When the 200th episode was just around the corner, she looked back on all the dramas in an article with the New York Post.
We had had so much turmoil for 10 years. And so then my mission became, this can't be all this show was. Just, you know, fantastic to the public in a disaster behind the scenes.
She cited the quick success and money that comes with being on Grey's, combined with hurt feelings, as the impetus for things getting out of hand. However, she claims that she simply put her head down, focused on her work, and did her best to block out the rest.
So I thought, oh my goodness, at 40 years old, where am I ever going to get this kind of money?
Right.
And I need to take care of my kid, so I'm going to stay.
Number 2, Isaiah Washington versus T.R. Knight. Of all the feuds that have plagued Grey's Anatomy over the years, the Isaiah Washington / T.R. Knight drama is among those that even non-Grey's fans probably know about.
Leave the man alone. He's got issues.
It all started with a physical altercation on set between Washington and Patrick Dempsey, during which the former actor is said to have spoken a homophobic slur.
There was like, it immediately went to pushing and shoving, and I talked to an electrician who was behind a set, and he could hear the whole thing play out, and it just gets big quickly.
To make matters worse, he was reportedly referencing fellow castmate T.R. Knight. Though most of the set knew Knight was gay, the actor hadn't yet come out to the rest of the world. Of course, Washington's comments got him written out of the show. But when news of what he said leaked, it essentially forced Knight to come out publicly.
You have to do it when it's right for you, and no sooner, and I don't think it's right to, force that.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Katherine Heigl versus Shonda Rhimes. In 2007, Katherine Heigl won the Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series.
This is my dream come true. I've been doing this for 17 years, and people don't count because I started when I was a kid, but I count it because I've worked my ass off.
In 2008, instead of possibly winning again, she removed her name from consideration. She stated that she did not feel that I was given the material this season to warrant an Emmy nomination. Well, that obviously didn't sit too well with some of the people behind the scenes.
Yeah, on some level it stung, and on some level I was not surprised.
You weren't?
No.
Okay.
When people say who they are, believe them.
Whether or not her relationship with Rhimes was strained before Heigl's Emmy comments, we may never know, but it definitely was afterwards. By 2010, Heigl was done at Seattle Grace. And speaking of Grace, she has acknowledged that she should have proceeded with more of it at the time. We live and we learn.
I could have more gracefully said that without going into a private work matter. It was between me and the writers. I ambushed them, and it wasn't very nice or fair.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.